Welcome back again to Logos College Online Learning. I'm your instructor for General English, Teacher Mark. In the first part of the video, we tackled about first conditional and modal verb might. For this part, I'd like to tell you about second conditional if plus would. So let's start. Dreams and wishes. Second conditional if plus would. Look at the picture of the genie. What can he do? Maybe you've watched the movie Aladdin. Yes, genie can grant 3 wishes. If you had a genie, what would your 3 wishes be? Don't ask for more wishes. Would you like a lot of money? Would you wish to be famous? Would you wish to have a brother or a sister?
Tape script 12.6 Lily's Dream.
I'd love a baby brother. If I had a baby brother, I would play with him all the time. We'd have a lot of fun. I'd be so happy. I wouldn't ask my mum and dad for anything else.
Answer the questions. Does Lily have a brother? 2. How does she express her wish? 3. What would she do with her brother? How would she feel? And lastly, why would her mom and dad be pleased?
Tape script 12.7 Sam's Dream.
I'd like to be taller. If I were taller, I'd be in the first team at rugby. And if I played really well, I'd be captain. And then, if I practiced really hard, maybe one day I could play for England. My dad would be so proud of me.
Annie's Dream.
I have 2 kids. I love them, but I never have any time to myself. If I had a free weekend, I'd stay in bed all day. I'd read magazines and watch TV. Then I'd sleep all night, and my children wouldn't wake me. Oh, heaven.
5. What is the reality about Sam and Annie? What would they do if they could? The second conditional sentence consists of 2 clauses, an if clause and a main clause. We use the past simple with the if clause, would plus infinitive with the main clause. For the if clause, it consists if plus subject plus past simple. For the main clause, subject plus would plus verb infinitive. If clause and the main clause is separated with a comma. Example, if it rained, we should stay indoors. Note that you may use would, could, should, or might. The second conditional is used to talk about things which are unreal, not true, or not possible, in the present or the future. Things which don't or won't happen. Example, if I were you, I would drive more carefully. I am not you, so this is unreal. Mariam would be sad if Rana left. Rana won't leave. That's not going to happen. If cats had wings, they would be able to fly. As we know, cats don't have wings, so that's impossible. Note that past simple form is slightly different from usual in the case of verb to be. When there is an impossibility, we use were instead of was with any subject, whether singular or plural. Example: if I were rich, I'd buy a big house. That's unlikely to be rich. If he were here, he wouldn't allow that. He's not here, he's somewhere else. So you can practice discussing grammar. You can put verbs in the correct first or second conditional form. 2. How many sentences can you make from the chart? You can read them aloud and practice.
Tape script 12.8. Tony's life.
Well, he's not much good at anything. He hasn't had a job since he left school, so he hasn't got any money, so he can't buy any new clothes. He never looks smart, and he doesn't know what kind of job he wants. He's not ambitious at all, so he doesn't apply for many jobs. I think the problem is that he's lazy. He doesn't get up till midday, and he doesn't shave, and he doesn't even shower often. He doesn't look good. Maybe that's why he hasn't got a girlfriend. He's useless.
Tape script 12.9. If Tony had a job.
If Tony had a job, he'd have some money. If he had some money, he could buy some new clothes. If he had some nice clothes, he'd look smarter. If he was a bit more ambitious, he would apply for more jobs. If he weren't so lazy, he'd get up before midday. If he shaved and showered more, he'd look better. If he looked better, he might get a girlfriend, and that would help him a lot.
Listening and speaking at a crossroad. If you are at a crossroad in life, what does it mean? Give an example from your life. So we're going to be listening to Jimmy and Fiona that are at a crossroads in their lives.
Tape script 12.10. 1. Jimmy's problem.
Amy, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure. What about?
Well, I've got a bit of a problem. You know, I'm in my first year at university. I'm really enjoying the course. I love what I'm doing, studying physics, but...
I was waiting for a but.
Yes, you're right. But I'm also in a band. There are 3 of us, and we've been playing together for a couple of years, and we've just got a recording contract, which is something we've been trying to get for ages.
And you can't do both? Is that it?
Absolutely. The other guys want me to drop out of university. If the record was a success, we'd go on tour. We might go to Europe for 3 months, or we might even get to America. That would be amazing.
But if you dropped out of university and the band wasn't a success, then what would you do?
Exactly, that's the problem. But if I didn't give the band a chance, I'd regret it for the rest of my life. This is our one big chance.
But if the band didn't work, you wouldn't have a career.
And my parents would go crazy. Amy, help me. What do I do?
Well, I think you should try with the band. If it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. You could always go back to university, and you might hit the big time in the music business.
2. Fiona's problem.
Jenny, you've got to help me.
What is it? Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, but I'm having terrible boyfriend trouble.
What, with Sam? I thought you two were fine.
We are, sort of. I'm very fond of Sam. We've been going out for over a year and we do things together, but I've met this guy at work and he's asked me out and I don't know what to do.
Wow, this is sudden.
Well, not really. The thing is, everyone thinks that Sam and I are a couple and we're going to get married. But for me, Sam is more like a brother. I can't marry him. If I married Sam, I'd be so unhappy. But if I broke up with him, he would be heartbroken. I don't know what he'd do.
But it sounds like you have to say something. If you don't tell him now, it might be worse later. Who's this man at work?
Well, he's really lovely. His name's Harry. He's my age and he's very good looking. We work together and it's such fun. He really makes me laugh. He isn't pushing me to go out with him, but...
But you'd really like to. I know.
And if I don't say anything to him, he might think I don't like him. So what do I do?
Well, if I were you, I wouldn't say anything to this guy at work yet. Be nice to him, but don't encourage him.
But he might go out with another girl.
If he started going out with another girl, then you'd know what sort of man he was. If he likes you, he'll wait. But you have to talk to Sam first.
What do you think? What would you do if you were Jimmy or Fiona? What would you advise? So we're gonna be listening again to the same two people talking a year later. Did they make the right decision?
Tape script 12.11. A year later. Jimmy.
Well, we made a record and we went on tour to Japan and the band's doing really not bad. We haven't hit the big time, but we've had 1 or 2 hits and we're very well known in some parts of the world. We haven't been to America yet, but we hope to soon. And my parents have been okay. Well, my mother has. My father keeps saying, "When are you going to get a real job?" But he doesn't approve of anything I do, so that's nothing new. So it was the right decision.
Fiona.
Well, I told Sam, and in fact he was fine about it. He also said that he thought we were more like brother and sister. I was quite upset that he wasn't more upset. Anyway, he was all right about it. And of course all our friends said that they had seen this all along. So I broke up with Sam and it didn't work out with Harry at all. It turned out that he was engaged to a lovely French girl and he was just being friendly with me. So I got the situation completely wrong. Never mind, I'm single, but that's fine. I'll just see what happens.
Okay, so before I finish, let me suggest that if you're kind of a person who keeps clicking more of these videos, just please subscribe. I'd like to leave you with the following thought. Remember that second conditional is used to express an unreal or improbable condition and its result. Lastly, the phrase, "if I were you, I'd," is often used to give advice. Thanks for watching.